Never sounded so good.
Talking Golf at TPC Wisconsin is on the air. Talking Golf is brought to you by American Family Insurance, Oak Park Place, Wild Rock Golf Club, Mercedes-Benz of Madison, TPC Wisconsin, University Ridge Golf Course, Ridgetop Exteriors, Southern Italy Imports, and Nevada Bobs. Now, here's your foursome for Talking Golf.
Hold on.
Wisconsin Golf Hall of Famer
Mics are
Dennis Tiziani. Wisconsin Broadcaster Hall of Famer Paul Braun. Wisconsin Premier Golf Reporter Gary D'Amato. And host of his daily statewide sports talk show, Mike Heller.
And we welcome you in to Talking Golf at TPC Wisconsin on another beautiful summer night, middle of July. Weather is great. Golf course is fantastic. And we got really good show lined up for you. We get Steve Stricker out of the gates here in a moment. Then we'll get Gary D'Amato, which is always Dennis's favorite segment. And then we're going to have Joe.
Steve is on.
Then we're going to have Joe Pavelski, who will join us, and he just won up in Lake Tahoe with the American Sentry Championship.
Eagling the last hole to do it.
Yeah, he had it won, and then why not just go ahead and drain that? And
7 under par in the last 16 holes.
Yeah, it's pretty good, huh?
You bet.
Yeah, and he's a member here. I just thought I'd add that in, Tiz, right?
Well, it's probably why he won the tournament. We let him in,
You let him in. Very nice of you.
You let him in, yeah.
Speaking of a guy that we're letting in, how about Steve Stricker joining us right out of the gates here? Strick, how you doing, bud?
Good. How are you guys?
We're doing all right. Have you had a chance to be on a golf course with Joe Pavelski? Have you seen him swing?
I've seen him swing. I have not played with him. More importantly, I've been out in his fishing boat and catching muskies with the guy.
Okay.
That's way
chase.
More fun than playing golf. I can tell you that.
Yeah. So we talked. I've talked to Mark Osiki about this. That fish of 1,000 casts. Steve, how many casts is it for you? Is it a fish of 1,000 casts, the muskie?
Oh, geez. Lately, it's been a lot. It's probably been more than 1,000 for me lately. It's the place I go has been tough fishing, but still fun to get out there.
What's the biggest one you ever caught, Steve? What's the biggest one you ever caught, muskie-wise?
I caught a low 50-incher. We're still debating the length. It's either 51 or 53. The guide who took me out there was so excited that he was trying to measure it and wasn't doing a very good job of measuring it. And this is a guy who fishes all the time and catches a bunch of fish, and he was probably more excited than I was. And so it's either 51 or 53. The guy who was with me we were trying to figure it out too, and we don't know really exactly what it was, but it was over 50, which is the main thing. 50-inch fish is pretty big.
Yeah, it is. Well, let's get an update. It's been a few weeks since we visited, and out of this tournament here a month and a half ago or 5 weeks ago or so, you were not healthy. I know you were trying to find your avenue there. So tell us what you can about where you are.
Yeah, I haven't played that much, maybe a handful of times. From day to day, though, I feel really good. When I start to play, I was playing every other day there for a couple-week period, and it was fine. There's something still going on in my left quadrant, arm, neck, something where I'm losing some strength there somewhere along the line. So I may get that taken care of surgically. I'm literally on the fence about what to do, so I really don't know what to do yet. But I feel great. I've been day-to-day stuff, I feel fine. It's when I start to add the twisting motion in, it starts to get a little funky.
Are you missing the competition? That might sound like a silly question. I apologize if it is, but you miss right now not being able to compete? Have you embraced some other things? How's that process played for you?
Yeah, I a little bit of both. I don't miss. I've been feeling. I haven't been feeling that well when I do practice and play, so that part I don't miss. I miss the competition and all that, but the process of trying to get ready and then going through the discomfort in my lower back and that I'm not missing so much. So yeah, it's kind of I've enjoyed the time away. Let me tell you that I did a lot of fishing. I was up north for 3 weeks and just I enjoyed that. Watching the girls play here today, Nikki and Izzy at Maple Bluff, and enjoy that without me worrying about what I need to do. So that's been good.
Steve, there was an interesting article in Golf Digest recently. You talk about practicing and that type of thing. And part of the article is saying people go up to a range and they just pound golf balls and they don't really have a purpose in that kind of thing. When you practice, what can you fill the average player in on what they may want to do or how they go about working on their game and that kind of thing?
Yeah, I think whatever they need to work on, I think is what you should go work on. I think people get in the trap of practicing only the things that they're good at. And I'm one of those people too, I want to remain good at wedge play, and that's my strong suit. I practice that a lot, but I'm also not a great long iron player. So, I need to spend the time and work on that aspect of the game. So, yeah, I think the trap is where you just hit the ball and practice the things that you're good at, when deep down you really need to practice the things you're not good at, and get out of your comfort zone and try to figure those kind of things out so you can become a better player overall. But yeah, and I think it's just the quality of time, practice smart, whether it's using training aids, but making sure you use those training aids correctly. There's so many things that can go wrong with a training aid. You could practice the wrong thing with those things. So you really you got to know what you're doing, I think, and practice smartly and practice the right things.
Let's take it to the putting green with the same philosophy. Maybe what your thought is there and what you work on when you're putting. Is one of the main things learning to leg and get control so you don't three-putt? Is that part of it?
Yeah, for sure, and that comes down to hitting it solid every time. If you mishit it, hit it on the toe, hit it on the heel, hit it on the bottom, whatever it may be, then your speed is compromised. So, and then, you play for the mishit, and all of a sudden you hit it solid and you hit it, 8 feet past. So I think it's the consistency of hitting it solid, and I think that's the biggest thing. If someone can just try to hit the sweet spot every time, you'll get a more consistent roll. Your distance control will be better and probably hole more putts.
Steve, you mentioned that you were at Maple Bluff today, the day one, 36 holes of the Women's State Amateur. Nikki had a couple of tough holes. Izzy is right there through 36 holes. She's one shot back. What did you see in her game today?
Yeah, very impressive, what she does. From tee to green, she's really pretty solid. And I just talked to her when she finished, and it's a lot of the little things yet for her, the wedge play, and she knows it. And up and down around the green, she hit it in the bunker at number 9 and 2, and didn't really have that hard a bunker shot, and hit it to 15 feet and on the wrong side of the hole. So stuff like that where she 3-putted from 11 feet a couple times. She 4-putted from her first hole of the afternoon. She 4-putted from off the fringe. So a lot of the little things that will really, really make a big difference in her game, because she's really impressive, gives it the full Monty release every time. Mm-hmm. She just gets in there and smacks it, and that's the impressive part. So when that short game and little stuff catch up for her, she's going to be really in a good spot.
And that response as well, correct? I believe she shot 77 in the morning round and then even par in the afternoon. And that's a mentality, sometimes the bulldog in her a little bit, that you saw this afternoon?
Yeah. When you start off, it was actually a 3-putt. She was on the fringe, I guess she told me. So it was, when you got a putter in your hand from the fringe and only maybe 20 feet away, that was a putter problem. When that catches up, she just doesn't put enough time into that putting and short game wedge play yet, and when she goes and putts for a half hour, she thinks that's a long time, and I'm trying to get across to her that it's like, you know what, you got to spend an hour to 2 hours every day for for weeks, and you got to just keep hammering it out, and that's to get really good at something. You got to put in those hours, and she's a teenager. She's having fun.
Yeah.
She's doing other things. So, golf isn't, necessarily a priority for her yet, but she's doing really well.
We're chatting with Steve Stricker. Steve, where's Bobby at in your mind, and how is she progressing?
Love you. I'll talk to you. My mom's just leaving. I was saying bye to my mom. She's down in Tulsa, Oklahoma this week. She had a top 10 last week, tied for 7th out on the WAPT tour. And she feels like she's in a really good spot too. Her swing is coming together. She's feeling better about it. She gets a little too much wrapped up in her swing, and doesn't really go and play and get it around. But she's doing some good things and looking forward to. She's pointing towards the tour school, which is in September for her this year. So she'll go ahead and give that a try. But she really enjoys what she's doing. She loves to travel. She travels with some friends. They rent places. They are together. And Bobby really likes that part of it, the social part of it, the travel. And then the golf. She really works hard at it. And she's starting to see some benefits to her hard work. So talk to her every day, and she's got a really positive attitude, and it's kind of fun to follow her along too.
Steve, a couple of final thoughts before we let you go. Mario is going to go overseas. He's going to play in the Senior British. You didn't do that much. What is in store for him as he heads over to that?
Well, I played in a bunch of the regular British,
right.
and
yeah.
It's a treat. It really is. I mean, once you get kind of adjusted to the time and all that kind of stuff, it's a great opportunity to play where the game was originated, and he's super excited. They're going to a parkland course this year, so it won't be like link style or anything like that. So it'll feel a little bit more homey, I should say, where it's a little bit more recognizable, and but I heard it's a wonderful place, and he's super fired up and looking forward to it. His family's going to join him over there, so they're making a trip out of it all, and he's playing some good golf too.
Steve, one final one. Now that the tournament is gone, it's about a month or so away. Anything new in terms of takeaway, or from what you're hearing, or what you feel about the first tournament here at TPC?
Yeah, nothing but positive feedback we've heard. They loved the format. They loved the course. The course was in great shape. From a fan experience, we heard that the fans really enjoyed it. The venue, TPC Wisconsin, hosted us very, very well. The people liked how they could see across the golf course and see a whole bunch of activity going on, on different holes. And it just was, all in all, it was really good, and super fun as a player to play that type of format too.
Steve, I'll finish with this. You might not be able to answer it, but do you think, where you are right now, do you think you'll play on the Champions Tour again yet this season?
No, I don't. I really don't. Maybe in December, the PNC with Izzy, if we get invited. But other than that, no, I don't. I think I just need to try to wire this down and figure it out, and I'm getting there, and I've got a surgery date scheduled. Whether I do it or not, that's what I have to kind of contemplate, talk to some other people about, and get some more information and feedback, and go from there.
All right, very good. Hey, it's good to hear your voice. Thanks
Thank you
for what you do. We'll look forward to the next time we get a chance to visit.
All right. I appreciate it, guys. Thanks for having me.
Thank you, Steve. That's Steve Stricker joining us. And, Tiz, you probably knew that. As I asked the question, that you might have known that you didn't think he was going to play yet again this year?
No, you shouldn't play.
Yeah.
You know, anytime you get an injury and you start making your golf swing, adapting to your swing, it's a problem. Get her done. That's what he needs to do. In July, he's scheduled to have it. So July, then he's got to recover. So here goes a couple of months.
Sure.
And before too long, you know, he'll be back at it. You know, I still think his history's in his future.
Yeah.
And now he gets this out of the way. There's not too many people who play consistently every club like he does. And he'll play again.
I had one more I wanted to ask him, but maybe you can answer this, Dennis. Somebody that's a member here at TPC told me to ask him, does he still use a specific Titleist golf ball that's not part of the current group?
Yes.
Why does he do that, and what is it? Just out of
Because
curiosity.
that ball keeps getting, all I want to do is make it go further. So they make it harder. Anytime, the best ball you can get is the softest covered ball you can, one that sticks to the club head. And then you shake it off, you roll it. Now, you know, he making mention of hitting. There's no such thing as hitting in a putt.
Yeah.
No such thing. And this is part of the deal, you know, that he teaches feel.
Yeah.
And I teach physics. But that's for somebody to settle down and to learn the physics, they'd rather hit balls and think they get the feel. I watch these, you know, there's only one move there's only one conscious move that you have to make in this golf swing.
Shoulder.
Well, for you, you're upper right, but everybody else is upper left. And what happens between there and hip high? That's where the game is. You got to know what's going on there. But anyway, people go ahead and hit balls and practice. What the hell are you working on? Why don't you instead of spending $6 million for a driver, why don't you go to somebody who knows what the hell's going on about this golf swing?
Yeah.
Which golf ball is it for Titleist? Do you know? Do they still make it?
I'm not going to tell you.
Oh.
No, it's like, I think it's the 2013 or 2014
Isn't
model.
that something when you think about it?
Well, it's got to be soft. Years ago, there was a ball, I was just trying to think of the Pro Blue, or I think there was a ball like that. This goes back now, 40 years or so.
You're talking about a Balata cover?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But a real soft ball when you were able to change balls on the green.
Sure.
Okay?
Yeah.
And you take this and I put this ball down, it's so soft, and you put it right on, sticks to your putter, and then you can shake it off. This ball explodes. It skids. Doesn't roll off the putter. Like he's talking about hitting the putt. No such thing. My granddaughter hits the putt. That's why. But she makes a lot of putts too.
Yeah.
But she misses so many.
Yeah.
As good as she has to get this down of how this thing works, I mean.
It'll
Again,
come.
we're back on the business you know about of
You can't have an opinion on a
can't
fact.
have an opinion on a fact.
I heard it. I knew it was coming.
Well, don't you believe?
I
The
believe
longer
you.
the blade stays square to the ball, coming towards the ball, the more accurate you'll be. Yeah. Yes. Do you believe that your shoulders make the plane? Yes. Do you believe that the plane is your line? So shouldn't your shoulders work on that plane? And then your practice should be put the putter behind the ball. Now just move the putter forward. The putter head. The putter head. Just move the putter head. And when you do it, you'll see when you roll it, it looks like the ball goes off the toe. That's what it should do, because the putter's going to the inside, so it goes sweet spot. That's, there's, I could go on and on, with this here.
But we got to take a commercial.
Oh, go ahead. It's more important anyway. People don't know what the hell I'm talking about anyway.
We're going to talk to Gary D'Amato. Gary D'Amato will join us on the other side. This is Talking Golf at TPC, Wisconsin.
Your golf game need a pick-me-up? It's one...
Clear. Break 1. 3 minutes. 3 minutes. Gary is on the line.
Shoes, bags, carts, apparel, balls, you name it, and they got it. Isn't that right, Joel?
Your game, your store, always at the best price. Thank you, Wisconsin, for supporting the 2025 American Family Insurance Championship. This year's event debuted a new team competition and a new location at TPC, Wisconsin. Congratulations to the winning team of Darren Clark and Thomas Bjorn. The pair shot 32 under over the 54-hole event, securing the team title with a final round score of 7 under 64. Mark your calendars for the 2026 American Family Insurance Championship, which returns to TPC, Wisconsin, June 5th through the 7th. Stay up to date on all things AmFam Champ at AmFamChampionship.com.
Why drive an ordinary car when for the same monthly payment you could be driving something extraordinary? Aaron Perkins, General Manager, Zimbrick European. Imagine yourself behind the wheel of a Mercedes-Benz, Audi, or Porsche. More safety, performance, and luxury, and way more fun. And getting more costs less than you think. Zimbrick European makes leasing affordable. Discover the value for yourself. Stop in and test drive a Mercedes-Benz, Audi, or Porsche today. Visit Zimbrick European and find out why leasing the car of your dreams makes so much sense.
Hey, it's Mike Heller for Lombardi Lemonada Hard Lemonade. Everybody loves something new, especially when it's brand new and a taste of your favorite hard lemonade just in time for summer. Lombardi Lemonada comes in 4 unique flavors, crafted with all-natural lemon juice and no artificial sweeteners. Crisp, clean, and so refreshing. It's a little slice of Sicily made right here in Wisconsin. Pick up some Lombardi Lemonada today at your local Festival of Foods or at Woodman's and taste the summertime. Variety packs or single flavors available.
Escape to Wild Rock Golf Club in Wisconsin Dells, where championship golf meets breathtaking natural beauty. The perfect golf getaway awaits, with numerous luxurious lodging styles, perfect for groups of any size. Carved from the natural beauty of the area, Wild Rock is set against rolling hills, rugged terrain, and views you won't forget.
1 minute,
Book your
1
next
minute.
round or stay and play package today and get ready for an exceptional golf experience. Visit wildrockgolf.com for more information. That's wildrockgolf.com.
Hi, Matt LePay, your friendly game announcer for Ridgetop Exteriors. Is your home ready to stand out this season? Ridgetop Exteriors, Wisconsin's trusted name in home improvement, does more than just top-quality roofing. They're your go-to for maintenance-free siding and energy-efficient windows. Ridgetop has expert credentials with leading manufacturers like Pella, James Hardie, and LP Smart Siding. For over 20 years, they've delivered exceptional craftsmanship and service. Call Ridgetop Exteriors today or visit ridgetopexteriors.com for your free consultation. Ridgetop Exteriors, where customer service always comes first.
Your golf game need a pick-me-up? It's one-stop shopping only at Nevada Bob's. Joel and his crew can equip you, dress you, teach you.
10 seconds to music, 10 seconds.
Clubs, shoes, bags, carts, apparel, balls, you name it, and they got it. Isn't that right, Joel?
Your game, your store, always at the best price.
Mics are on.
I always look forward to this segment. We get a chance to visit with Gary D'Amato. I know it's Tiz's favorite segment of the day. And, Gary's retired. I don't know if you knew that, Tiz. So
he's more tired than retired.
Well, he's retired, so he spends a lot of time at golf courses. Now he's in Brainerd, Minnesota.
What is he doing? Football?
Is he fishing? Is he fishing up there?
I think there's golf up there. Gary, is there golf up there in Brainerd?
Oh, yeah, there's golf up there.
There's golf. And let me tell you, you heard of the middle of nowhere? Well, the middle of nowhere is a metropolis compared to where I am. This is the middle of nowhere. But there's some great golf up here. Tom Lehman designed some courses at a place called Cragen's Resort, and I'm here for 4 days, and I'm going to be playing some golf and laughing at you guys for working. Sorry.
Good for you. Well, we're glad that you get to do that. Now, when I was talking to Steve, when we had Steve on in the first segment, we were talking about Joe Pavelski winning this weekend. We'll get to that in just a moment. But they want to talk about fishing. You're a golf guy, and my guess is that you don't fish, or do you?
I don't fish. Last time I went fishing was on Lake Michigan, and it was probably, 30 years ago. I'm not a fisherman. But if you wanted to fish, let me tell you, there are lakes up here. Land of 10,000 lakes.
What are you doing there? What are you doing there?
He's golfing.
He's golfing, writing stories about golf.
Oh, he's playing bingo? Is that what he said?
I'm not sure. I think he's just golfing. I don't think he's playing bingo, and I don't think he's fishing. But there are a lot of people that go there to fish.
There's bingo going on right now at TPC in another room.
Won't be long. I'll be there.
Yeah. You're both racing over there. Well, what about Pavelski? That's another great story, huh? He's been so good and so close. He's going to join us just after the bottom of the hour, but he got a win out in Lake Tahoe, and he's a tremendous golfer.
Yeah, that was really cool to see. I mean, you mentioned his close calls. I know he lost to Romo in a playoff a couple years ago, He's finished second or third like the last 3 or 4 years running. So, but he retired from hockey about a year ago, and I'm guessing he's really worked on his game. He already was a good player, and I think he's taken another step up with his game. So that was cool to see. Plover's Joe Pavelski winning the American Sentry Championship. I enjoyed that.
Oh, you joined a good club.
Of the winners that have been out there?
No, this club.
Oh, he joined a good club. Okay,
he joined a good club. Got where he could play, beat everybody,
Gary, have you heard any rumors about a development in the state of Minnesota involving Jim Nance in a group? Have you heard about something like that potentially could be happening?
I have not, but I'll tell you, I'm in Minnesota, so I'll keep my ear to the ground and see if anyone's talking about. I'm actually with 11 other golf writers. We're on a trip here, and we're playing golf over the next 3 days. It's supposed to rain, but that's all right. But maybe one of these writers have heard about it or know about it.
Just curious.
I'll see if I can find out.
Yeah. Also,
what's he want to do?
Supposedly, there's a rumor that there's a group, including Jim Nance, that are looking at putting a big development somewhere in the state of Minnesota for golf. But I have no idea if it's true or not.
Wow. Well, I don't get it. But
listen, Nance says he's dabbled in the wine. He's got a wine called The Calling.
He loves golf.
Oh, he loves golf. I mean, it's what he was doing in college.
Him and Fred Couples, yeah.
Yeah, roommates, I believe, right?
You know what his main goal is now the rest of his career? He wants to do the 50th Masters.
Yeah.
That's it.
Right. Gary, we mentioned when we visited with Steve. I don't know if you heard that. So, Steve,
I did. I was not able to hear. I'm sorry.
So we finished by asking him if he thought he would play another Champions Tour event this year, and his direct answer was no. So I think he's going to move in the direction of trying to surgically maybe get fixed what is ailing him. But it sure sounds like this season. And we speculated or thought maybe as much, but that appears to be the case, that his season is over.
Yeah, I'm really sorry to hear that. I wrote a little bit about it a week ago in my Sweet Spot Notes column that he probably was going to pull the plug on the season. Sorry to see that happen, but the main thing is for Steve to get healthy, whatever it takes to get healthy, so he can enjoy the game again and play to the level that he's used to playing. I watched him. I followed him during the AmFam Championship, and he really gutted it out. I mean, he and Mario played great together, and they made a lot of putts. But Steve hit a bunch of shots right, which I'm sure Dennis has probably talked about, which he never does, and that it had to go to his health, to the back problem that he's been dealing with. So I just hope he gets it fixed and he comes back as good as ever.
Let me finish with one with you, and then we're going to have Joe Pavelski on after the bottom of the hour. But a topic that I'm going to touch on a little bit later in today's show, get your thoughts. If you had to rank the four majors, where would they sit in order of priority or prestige, however you would define that, of the four majors on the PGA Tour? How would you rank them?
Well, I would rank the Masters number one. I think if you ask, I think most players would say they'd love to win the Masters because of the lifetime exemption and the green jacket and the fraternity that they would be joining. And then I'd put the U.S. Open second, and then I'd have a tie for third with the Open Championship and the PGA Championship. And I love them all. I mean, they're all great. Yeah. They're all different in their own way. But, I'm looking forward to watching the Open Championship this week, and that's so much fun to watch on TV early in the morning.
Gary, you'll be happy to know, because it's we're going to end this segment here shortly, but Tiz doesn't agree with you. There might be a different one that he would put number one, but we'll get to that later.
We'll get to that. I mean, if we go there now, we won't get to Joe Pavelski.
That's right. That's right.
Right. So Tiz is going to have to.
For sure.
He was shaking his head. He was going, no, this is wrong. Just so you know.
It is. This is an opinion, not a fact.
What is?
This conversation.
Oh, he's a writer.
Well, okay.
How's he know about golf?
He's got an opinion.
That's right.
I've got an opinion.
Hey, Gary D'Amato, have a blast up there in Brainerd. You and your golf writer buddies with a chance to play golf for a few days. Hope you enjoy the heck out of it, and we'll visit again next week.
Thanks so much, guys. Thanks again.
Thank you, Gary.
Care.
Gary D'Amato joining us. He's in Brainerd, Minnesota, and he will not wet a line. He's not gonna do any fishing while he's there.
No. fishing for his ball out of the water.
Well, that's right.
It.
That extender, the ball retriever. Joe Pavelski won over the weekend in Lake Tahoe, and Joe Pavelski will be our guest when we come back. This is Talking Golf at TPC Wisconsin.
Thank you, Wisconsin, for supporting the 20.
Break number 2, 3 minutes, 3 minutes.
New team competition and a new location at TPC Wisconsin. Congratulations to the winning team of Darren Clark and Thomas Bjorn. The pair shot 32 under over the 54-hole event, securing the team title with a final round score of 7 under 64. Mark your calendars for the 2026 American Family Insurance Championship, which returns to TPC Wisconsin June 5th through the 7th. Stay up to date on all things AmFam Champ at amfamchampionship.com.
Sculpted by glaciers, played by champions, the University of Wisconsin Golf Course University Ridge is open for play and awaiting your arrival. With more tee times open in 2025, you can reserve your next round directly at universityridge.com. Not enough time for golf? Enjoy our excellent selection of Wisconsin golf merchandise. Fine-tune your game at our world-class practice facility or grab a bite and drink at the W Grill. Put University Ridge on your calendar in 2025 and play where the Badgers play. That's University Ridge Golf Course.
When you or a loved one could use a helping hand, turn to the caring team of experts.
Joe is on the line. Joe's on the line.
Help me navigate senior living for my wife. I called Oak Park Place. They were with me every step of the way from the first call through move-in day. Choose a community that promotes independence when you want it, assistance when you need it. Oak Park Place Senior Living. Visit oakparkplace.com to learn more.
Why drive an ordinary car when for the same monthly payment, you could be driving something extraordinary? Aaron Perkins, General Manager, Zimbrick European. Imagine yourself behind the wheel of a Mercedes-Benz, Audi, or Porsche. More safety, performance, and luxury.
Dennis, most people usually add to that when you're having fun. I'm assuming that's not the case.
Visit Zimbrick European and find out why leasing the car of your dreams makes so much sense.
TPC Wisconsin is the Total People Center, offering you and your family a totally enjoyable experience. That includes a challenging 18-hole layout, a good variety of programs for junior golfers, indoor and outdoor tennis, athletic performance center, swimming pool, luxurious locker room, and spacious accommodations for family gatherings and weddings. TPC Wisconsin, a Total People Center and a complete game for the whole family. For membership details, call 608-249-1000.
30 seconds,
hey, it's
30 seconds.
For Lombardi Lemonada Hard Lemonade. Everybody loves something new, especially when it's brand new and it tastes of your favorite hard lemonade just in time for summer. Lombardi Lemonada comes in 4 unique flavors, crafted with all natural lemon juice and no artificial sweeteners. Crisp, clean, and so refreshing. It's a little slice of Sicily made right
10 seconds to music.
Wisconsin.
You got
Pick
10.
Up some Lombardi Lemonada today at your local Festival Foods or at Woodman's and taste the summertime. Variety packs or single flavors available.
Mics are on.
TPC Wisconsin on a beautiful summer night talking about golf, and Talking Golf is the name of the show. My name's Mike. Paul Brown, Dennis Tiziani here. Dave McCann pushing all the right buttons. And then we welcome in Joe Pavelski, who had a pretty darn good weekend in South Lake Tahoe, Nevada. Joe Pavelski, the champion in that tournament played over the weekend, the American Sentry Championship, wrapped it up on Sunday. Joe, congratulations. That is awesome.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, pretty special. 9th year there. Had some close calls, a few second places recently, and it's nice to get over the hump finally.
What is that getting over? We've talked about this a lot with Dennis over the years about getting comfortable in those moments, being comfortable, being uncomfortable. You've got a long hockey background. It's such a different sport as far as tempo and intensity. But what was the difference for you then this weekend?
It's a great question. And I would like to think my golf career is just getting started in the celebrity side of it, but I've been at it for a little bit. You get into 1 or 2 tournaments. Last year I played great. I think I had 78 points last year, and Fish had 80. Marty Fish had 83. I had a better score than this year, so part of it's playing the course, part of it's your competition. You got to go and beat everybody. So you maybe need a little bit of luck along the way and find the right numbers. but yeah, you're always just trying to figure it out as you go from tournament to tournament. And this year it was just going into it. It's like you have so many close calls. You have to have that patience to put yourself there at the end and hopefully do a little bit more with it this time. And was able to kind of make the turn right there tied and just played a rock solid back nine.
Joe, I was watching the tournament with a lot of enthusiasm and that type of thing. At the end, you showed a lot of emotion in grabbing, I believe it was your son and that kind of thing. Also part of, for an example, like the Badgers when they won their last NCAA championship in 2006. Is there any difference in that team environment, winning something versus doing it as an individual?
It's an interesting one because you got the team, you battle all year, and you go, you play so many competitive games, so many hard practices. Golf, as it's very individual, I think everyone would tell you they've only get to a certain place with a group, and not saying that I have this big group behind us, but we've had the same crew out in Tahoe pretty much for all 9 years. There's some great friends from San Jose come up. Caddy's been on the bag, one of my best man at my wedding. His wife's there. My son was there. Sarah was there. And, they've been through all the close calls and all that type of stuff. So it's you win and everyone's excited for you. They've been there through it all. So there's definitely a team aspect to it and a feeling in your group, and they're cheering for you. And kind of watching a nice slow 5.5 hour round at times
right,
there.
No kidding.
And, but it's a blast. It's a party out there. I think I heard there was 102,000.
That's great.
60 or something people that came through the gates.
That's crazy.
This week, and it was massive. The crowds were massive. It was awesome. And knew it pretty much once I think Jake missed his chip for Eagle, I could do just about whatever I wanted. And to see that putt go in, and to know you still won, and the emotions were there. They were there coming down the back stretch. I had one fan kind of chirp me a little bit on 16T, talking about the service, and went and piped that one and hit probably my two best drives of the week on 16 and 18. So there's a little bit of competitiveness. You want to get it done. You want to step up, hit some great shots, and if you don't, go find the next one.
Well, I'm really curious about the environment because you're paired with different players throughout these years that you've done it, and they all have incredibly entertaining and interesting backgrounds. Yet you're trying to focus on playing your round of golf. How much chatter is there in your group when you're playing with some really interesting people with great backstories?
Yes, awesome backstories and awesome people, and played with Jake Owens on Friday and Marty Fish on Friday, and then Jake Owens and Twellman on Sunday again. And we had a lot of fun. Played with Twellman a practice round. Know him well. Played with him in the last group in Portland, Maine. And you just know how competitive everyone is. But we're still not so stubborn that we're not going to have fun out there. You know, so there's times where it's not going. It's like, all right, boys, let's reset. Let's have a little fun. Enjoy the game a little bit. And then when it gets down to it, you want to beat that guy, and everybody out there knows how to be a competitor. That's probably the biggest thing I take from that tournament, especially the athletes that are retired and the current ones. It might not be our first sport, but we know the competitive side of the game, and it's there.
Joe, is the impact position basically the same when you shoot the puck and when you hit the golf ball?
It's similar. I think that connection point down there. As far as a stick and a ball sport, similar hands help out at times, but golf is still a game where it's a practice sport and it's a repetition sport and getting some feels and kind of getting that feel through the grass at times and different lies. It's harder to hit the ball that's not moving than the one that is moving. And there's just so many more little things that you can do or that can affect your shot. So, the commitment side of it and kind of having those feels and playing enough it is a big portion of that. And then I think with hockey, one thing that I've heard someone say before was like, our off seasons line up perfect. Like growing up, got my game to a good spot in high school, and then when I did start playing college and pro, it was, you get your training session in the morning, and then you were kind of free to do what you wanted. And golf was one of the things I loved to do. So we played a lot of golf and was always able to keep the game at a good spot.
Joe Pavelski joining us on Talking Golf. We had Steve Stricker on off the top of the show, and I asked him if you guys had golfed together, and he said no, but he's seen you swing, but you have fished together. So you got a fishing story with Steve?
It's funny. Yeah, he's netted a nice 47-inch muskie for me, and maybe two of them, actually.
Oh, really?
We were out. We fished together more than we've golfed together. And, yeah, I love spending time with them. Earlier, I had more time off, obviously, at the start of the summer, and I sent him a text. I was like, hey, I want to talk wedges. He's like, yeah, no problem. I'm in town, actually. I'll come by. He dropped off 3 wedges, and I was like, oh, this is awesome. I'm getting to hit some of your wedges and talk shafts a little bit. But I want, like, some kind of tips.
Yeah, right.
But I saw Travis one day just talking, making sure I'm on the right path as far as trying to figure out yardage distances and how to get different numbers. And the crew out there at TPC, there's just a ton of golf, which is one of the beautiful things about that course. You can feel the people out there want to get better and learn, and there's enough resources out there for that. So awesome conversations. Definitely going to play with them. He shot me a text last night. Jerry Kelly shot me one today. So all that stuff's pretty cool. I get one from Willie Z down in Dallas. Those types of things. It's just great people in the sports world that are always cheering for each other.
Dennis, how cool is it when you got somebody like Joe, who was a star in hockey and also a great player in golf? And a lot of people probably don't appreciate the talents that's available there, so to speak.
He's got some talent. There's no question about it, but he's missing a couple of things.
Oh, Joe, I'm sorry. I'm not sure what I opened the door for.
Well, he mentioned it at the end. He finally got to a golf course that's a real course to play. That's number one.
There it is.
The second thing, where he's way out in front of people, he understands about this term, to drag the toe. Aha, see?
A little bit.
That's right. All right. So these guys, don't say nothing. Don't say nothing, because these guys shouldn't know anything. It's between you and I about dragging the toe. And I've had, I grew up in the Upper Peninsula. Up there. Grew up, you mean?
Yeah.
No, in the Upper Peninsula.
You knew John
And
McGinnis,
I went to
huh?
Michigan. I went to Michigan Tech, and there was all these good hockey players, all from Canada. They were members of my dad's club, a lot of them. But they understood about what I meant about their dragging the toe and how that works.
Yeah.
And he's got a natural ability to do that. And someday he'll ask the right people about chipping and sort of stuff like that. And then we'll be able to really help him, But yeah, Steve, he gave him a club. It's not the arrow, buddy, it's not what it is. Anyway.
I agree. There were times I was coming down, I think it's Saturday at one point, and I was just scratching my head a little bit, and I'm thinking, you know what, I have to get better.
That's right. That's right.
I have to get better. There's way more. I can be way more, but it's going to take a little bit of time.
You got an avenue.
And then it was like, all right, let's refocus, kind of get back to what you know.
I'm more interested in that kid,
as little as that is, and find a way to get it done here this year.
I'm more interested.
Trying to get better from there.
I'm more interested in that boy, though.
Yeah. Me too.
That's the guy right there. That's the guy right there. More
That's the guy, and he's playing a lot of golf this summer.
That's
and he
right.
followed me every shot. He came right from the warm-up yesterday, and we're leaving there, and he's like, all right, Dad, I want to get in this some tournaments. I got to start experiencing this. I think he definitely has the itch.
That is great.
I got to see him a little bit, shake hands with him,
Yeah. Hey, Joe, congratulations.
That's cool.
We could see the thrill it was for you. That was as enjoyable as your round of golf, was watching how excited winning that tournament was for you, and having your family and all those close friends there with you. We appreciate you sharing some of that with us, and congratulations.
Yeah, people will never know how much this tournament means to me, and I think to the guys out there that win it. And it's just so much bigger than you can even imagine. You get out there, the competitive juices, they treat us unbelievable. It's the best week of the summer for us out there in that setting. And the emotions were all there. knew I was in a good spot. I was hitting good shots, coming down 18. You know, the forearms are kind of tingling, and you're getting excited, and you're just trying to commit to the next shot. It's pretty cool, and it's what you want, and it's why we do it and why we look forward to it every year.
Well, congratulations. Thanks for jumping on with us, and well done.
Yeah, thank you, guys.
Joe Pavelski joining us. That's pretty good. And really, I mean, how much that means to him.
Oh,
without a doubt.
Whatever. Winning a national thing? Oh,
yeah.
Man.
Well, I mean,
talks about that more than his hockey career.
Yeah, it's really good stuff.
And he had a great career. He played 18 years in the NHL, 1,300-plus games, scored 1,000 or more points.
The all-time leading goal scorer of an American-born player in the Stanley Cup playoffs.
From Plover, Wisconsin.
Yeah, wait till he gets through that comment about dragging a toe.
Yeah.
I got him. He didn't know what to say about that, but he knew what I was talking about. See?
Yeah.
But he'll be here. But he's got a young son that we're interested in moving
Yeah.
along, and so is he. And that's where we'll put
And they're out here together a lot.
No question. He loves it. He loves it here.
You know, Mike, what I'd be interested in down the road someday is obviously Joe has worked and had been coached by a lot of different people.
Yeah.
If he comes down here and asks for help for Tiz, I'd like to ask Joe later, how was that experience?
That coaching?
How'd that thing go?
Yeah.
How'd that work?
Well, you have to shut up for a while. But after a while, like anything, the player, the student really, you'll recognize that the student is learning something when she talks back to you.
Correct. When they get
When they start talking back, now we win.
This is what
but
I
if you
did.
just sit there and like you do, say nothing, say nothing, say nothing.
Oh, boy.
I mean,
There
come
it
on,
is.
you know.
There it is. Take a break. I want to get Dennis's rankings of the majors because we're going to hop back into that.
He disagreed with
he
Gary.
D'Amato
He's
got it
sitting there
wrong.
going like this.
He got it wrong.
He got it wrong.
He writes left-handed even.
I want to hear what the correct answer is. Tiz
You
will give
know
you
what
that.
it is,
Well,
right?
do
If you
I?
think about it?
I'm pretty sure. We'll
Yeah.
get to that when we come back. This is Talking Golf at TPC, Wisconsin.
Your golf game need a pick-me-up? It's one-stop shopping only.
Break number 3, 3 minutes, 3 minutes.
Here's the best part. New or used, clubs, shoes, bags, carts, apparel, balls, you name it, and they got it. Isn't that right, Joel?
Your game, your store, always at the best price.
Thank you, Wisconsin, for supporting the 2025 American Family Insurance Championship. This year's event debuted a new team competition and a new location at TPC, Wisconsin. Congratulations to the winning team of Darren Clark and Thomas Bjorn. The pair shot 32 under over the 54-hole event, securing the team title with a final round score of 7 under 64. Mark your calendars for the 2026 American Family Insurance Championship, which returns to TPC, Wisconsin, June 5th through the 7th. Stay up to date on all things AmFam Champ at AmFamChampionship.com.
Escape to Wild Rock Golf Club in Wisconsin Dells, where championship golf meets breathtaking natural beauty. The perfect golf getaway awaits, with numerous luxurious lodging styles, perfect for groups of any size. Carved from the natural beauty of the area, Wild Rock is set against rolling hills, rugged terrain, and views you won't forget. Book your next round or stay and play package today and get ready for an exceptional golf experience. Visit wildrockgolf.com for more information. That's wildrockgolf.com.
Hi, Matt LePay, your friendly game announcer for Ridgetop Exteriors. Is your home ready to stand out this season? Ridgetop Exteriors, Wisconsin's trusted name in home improvement, does more than just top-quality roofing. They're your go-to for maintenance-free siding and energy-efficient windows. Ridgetop has expert credentials with leading manufacturers like Pella, James Hardie, and LP Smart Siding. For over 20 years, they've delivered exceptional craftsmanship and service. Call Ridgetop Exteriors today or visit ridgetopexteriors.com for your free consultation. Ridgetop Exteriors, where customer service always comes first.
Would you like more time to focus on your hobbies and less time with keeping up with your home? This is Paul Brown for the Arbors Independent Living at Oak Park Place. Contact the leasing team at Oak Park Place to find out how you can live your best life doing the things you enjoy with neighbors that quickly become friends at the Arbors Independent Living at Oak Park Place on Madison's East Side and in Janesville. Live life, live well. Visit oakparkplace.com to learn more.
Hey guys, it's Mike Heller for Lombardi Limonata. You know this is my time of year, hitting the links, grilling out, boating. Better weather means Lombardi time. Lombardi Limonata, an Italian-inspired hard lemonade, locally owned and made with all natural ingredients, none of those artificial sweeteners. And it goes great with just about any summertime activity, anytime, anywhere. Loosen up by picking up some Lombardi Lemonada today at your local Festival Foods and make any time feel like summertime with Lombardi Lemonada.
Your golf game need a pick-me-up? It's one-stop shopping only at Nevada Bob's. Joel and his crew can equip you, dress you, teach you.
10 seconds, you got 10.
New or used, clubs, shoes, bags, carts, apparel, balls, you name it, and they got it. Isn't that right, Joel?
Your game, your store, always at the best price.
Mics are on.
Back with you talking golf. Paul Braun, Dennis Tiziani. I'm Mike Heller. And Tiz, earlier when I was talking to Gary D'Amato about how he would rank the major championships, you were shaking your head. Now, the question was how he would rank them. He put the Masters first.
Only because he gets a free meal.
He put the Masters first.
No way.
Well, what is your order?
U.S. Open.
Okay.
British Open.
Hold.
Then the Masters.
Or the Open.
Can I take you back one step?
Oh, good.
Well, the U.S. Open, but you don't like how the USGA handles the U.S. Open. Like, you don't like...
That wasn't the question.
Correct. I just want to make sure that I understand where you sit. You say that in part because it's our national championship.
Well, it's open to the world.
Yeah.
Anybody can qualify. Next, you got the British Open. Same thing. Now the third. Now you can go at Augusta.
Yeah.
Okay? And I put PGA last because, they have they throw this little bone out to the PGA of America, the standard guys, who work here. And there's 30 players in there. There's 30 players who take a spot from 30 pro players who are trying to play.
Yeah.
It's a weak field.
Right.
When you get to that. Now, out of those 30 players, nobody made the cut. Right? And I got a guy, now there's a little bit about it. I got this kid I know. He plays really good on the senior tour, and he was an alternate to that. Here's a guy who finishes in the top 20 in the senior tour every day, and he can't play. Now, he's one of a bunch, but that's why I rank it. U.S. Open is still the best. You win the U.S. Open, you've won something. At Augusta, think about it. 90 players.
Invite.
Half of them can't play worth a damn anyway, especially there. So you reduce the field, right? So I put that in third place from a repertoire standpoint, that sort of thing.
Yeah. Yep.
And the PGA, because you don't have a full field of real players. You're throwing a bone out to those guys who pay their dues to get into the event. Not a one of them made the cut. And I was one of those, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
I had to qualify to get in there, but even still, I made the cut. So, that being said, good for me, but, that's how I would rank it. U.S. Open, British Open, and they're real close.
Yeah.
Then you can put Augusta in. And Augusta, because they buy radio time, they got all these people there, and it's more of a social event than it is anything.
Yeah.
That's my feeling. They screwed the course up when they tried to make it tiger-proof. That's number one. Made all those holes so long and everything. What is that? Anyway, that's my feeling for these two.
There's the Tiz ranking.
That's right.
Yeah.
The PGA last because of what they do.
Sure.
And the other team because that's an invite. And this tournament here, you got to play golf to play there. And especially at the British. They're very, very close to being one and very close to tie. That's just me,
You got another question on that, or I've got something of a follow.
Well, I know we need to take one more break. Am I correct? We're going to take. How about we follow up on the other side, just so we have enough time. We'll take one more break as we continue talking golf at TPC Wisconsin.
Thank you, Wisconsin, for supporting the 2025.
Last break, 3 minutes.
A new team competition and a new location at TPC Wisconsin. Congratulations to the winning team of Darren Clark and Thomas Bjorn. The pair shot 32 under over the 54-hole event, securing the team title with a final round score of 7 under 64. Mark your calendars.
You're going to come out at 56:30. You're going to have about 3 minutes.
On all things AmFam Champ at AmFamChampionship.com.
Why drive an ordinary car when for the same monthly payment, you could be driving something extraordinary? Aaron Perkins, General Manager, Zimbrick European. Imagine yourself behind the wheel of a Mercedes-Benz, Audi, or Porsche. More safety, performance, and luxury, and way more fun. And getting more costs less than you think. Zimbrick European makes leasing affordable. Discover the value for yourself. Stop in and test drive a Mercedes-Benz, Audi, or Porsche today. Visit Zimbrick European and find out why leasing the car of your dreams makes so much sense.
Sculpted by glaciers, played by champions, the University of Wisconsin Golf Course University Ridge is open for play and awaiting your arrival. With more tee times open in 2025, you can reserve your next round directly at universityridge.com. Not enough time for golf? Enjoy our excellent selection of Wisconsin golf merchandise. Fine-tune your game at our world-class practice facility or grab a bite and drink at the W Grill. Put University Ridge on your calendar in 2025 and play where the Badgers play. That's University Ridge Golf Course.
Oak Park Place Memory Care Communities meet residents where they are in the journey with Alzheimer's and other form of dementia. This is Paul Braun for Oak Park Place. When you need to take that first step and learn more, turn to the experts at Oak Park Place. You'll meet a compassionate team who will help residents find purpose tailored to individual needs through a success-oriented program. Oak Park Place Senior Living. Visit oakparkplace.com to learn more.
Hey, it's Mike Heller for Lombardi Lemonada Hard Lemonade. Everybody loves something new, especially when it's brand new and a taste of your favorite hard lemonade just in time for summer. Lombardi Lemonada comes in 4 unique flavors, crafted with all-natural lemon juice and no artificial sweeteners. Crisp, clean, and so refreshing. It's a little slice of Sicily made right here in Wisconsin. Pick up some Lombardi Lemonada today at your local Festival Foods or at Woodman's and taste the summertime. Variety packs or single flavors available.
If you're a golfer who likes a challenge, consider being a member at TPC Wisconsin. The course provides you with a very challenging 18-hole layout that makes you think before you hit your next shot. After your round, you can relax at the completely renovated clubhouse. The new facility includes 3 restaurants, tennis courts, driving range, and programs for
10
juniors,
seconds, you got
plus
10.
Other great amenities. Are you up for the TPC Wisconsin Challenge? For details on becoming a member, 608-249-1000.
Mics are on.
Back with you, our final short side. I've got a few minutes with you before we wrap Talking Golf for another Monday night, beautiful Monday night in July. Tiz, I want to we've got longer conversations to have about the tour and some of the moves that they're making, both with the FedEx Cup and the card-carrying members on tour. We'll get to that. Table it for next week. It's too long of a discussion for the window that we have. Let me just ask you about the weather. Because weather, we've had a very hot and humid run of conditions, and all golf courses react a little bit differently. So what is the weather? I mean, you have to pay attention to that.
Big time.
Big time, right?
Well, you know, a lot of courses, especially the older courses, have poa in it, which is really a weed.
Yeah.
But really good. But even here, there's 100%. If you have a combination of temperature of 150, temperature and humidity, you can lose that poa in 4 hours.
Yeah.
Got to water the hell of it, turn purple on you. I can remember at some courses looking at some of the courses, even in town, looking and watching that whole fairway turn purple. So a combination of that heat. Well, now we had 100-degree temperature and 70, 80 degrees humidity. No grass can hold up to that. So that's going to be a difficult deal. People are rallying and getting ready to. I know we are here. We had to stop what we were doing and verify. We had to do a lot of things. Now, we recovered okay, but, you know, there's a lot of places that don't maybe have the wherewithal to do all the things that we did in order to save that grass.
Yeah, and that's a huge part. I know in spending time in the Mid-South and the South for a few years when I was first got a little bit into golf, the airflow is always an issue. You see the big fans behind greens and the things, but you have to pay attention
every day.
Yeah, every day.
Every hour.
Yeah.
You can watch it now. Our guys are out there, you know, every hour, but we rallied. We got through with the tournament. We tried to maintain the same type of conditions after the tournament. That's wrong. Next year, right after the tournament is done, then we'll do this restructuring right away. We won't wait. So, you live and learn. You know, this is new for us, new being, you know, everything.
Having the tournament,
Yeah, all that sort of stuff. But I feel bad for some of these courses. You know, they're going to struggle like hell, and they're cutting those greens down, and you're always stressing. And
Will they let you into the bingo game late here now? Or
I own it.
73.
I own it.
That's what I heard.
Don't tell me they're going to let me in there.
Bingo.
They already told me they're going to lock the door and not let me in. I said, whatever.
That's great.
B14.
Dennis won again.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, there we go.
If I ever won, I'd get booed out of the place.
Yes, you would.
Booed right out of the
We're going to come back and do this again next week. What a fun show. Thanks to Steve Stricker and to Joe Pavelski and Gary D'Amato for joining us. We'll talk to you again next week talking golf at TPC Wisconsin.
Yeah,
Bingo.